Because, like, women don't want to fuck with fucking sorry-ass men that are weak and shit and don't want to work and all that kind of shit, all that feminine shit, you know what I'm saying? Scared to fucking fight. Have never fought in their life. Nothing to that effect. Women don't fuck with that. And men don't want a bitch that's fucking in their face all the time. You know, bossing them around. And eventually, that woman is going to find someone she does respect and cheat on the motherfucker. It's just inevitable. It's fucking inevitable. It's nature, goddamn. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Back to what Paul was saying.
It's going to happen.
The reason I don't like the way that the court system works is because it depletes a man. This is what I was going to say before, but it depletes the man and expects him to still be able to provide, and that doesn't.
Bro, for real, this shit is so fucking whack. If you have the ability to effectively delete the child, right? As a woman, I should have the ability, whether or not, to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? If you really want that equality, that's where it is. If it's your body, it's my money. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking ridiculous. The amount of, not only the amount of money, but I've known several single mothers that don't use that money very wisely. They go buy their own shit with it. They don't fucking need it. It's not like they're, I mean, granted, you know, I'll give it to you, but the ones that actually do need it, but there are many cases where they don't actually need the fucking money. And they're buying a new fucking dress or buying a new purse, whatever. Going out to fucking expensive dinner. They literally wait for the child support to come in and then go on a fucking expensive ass meal. What the fuck? Without the kid. Without the fucking kid, they leave their ass at home.
Makes sense. How can a man that's depleted actually provide?
Yeah.
And for me, especially when there's...
They can't fucking provide because these succubi are taking all their everything and taking their fucking seed and running off with it, with the kids. Granted, they wouldn't run off if probably they were respectable men and yada yada, chose the right women and things like that, but the bitches lie, you know, bitches lie, dudes lie, whatever.
We've got men who look after their families extensively,
as
children, I don't know, grandparents, whatever that might be. It can be very, it's a fine thread. And we've spoken about this before, mental health, well-being, men being able...
No one gives a fuck. No one gives a single fuck. The only people that care about your fucking well-being truly is the person that you're intimate with, your fucking brothers and or sisters, and your parents if they're still alive. That's it. That's fucking it. No one truly cares enough. If they care until it inconveniences them too much. You know what I'm saying? If they really have to go out of their way to fucking help you, then they're not gonna fucking do it. They come up with some form of excuse. Guaranteed. 9 times out of 10, unless there is the case where the person is more of a pushover, right? More of a pushover, and they'll let people walk over them because they can't say no. They can't say no to someone. But, and then the third case, obviously, the person that's genuinely looking after someone that really actually does want to take care of them and see them better, which would probably be a brother, a sister, or a parent.
Able to express themselves freely. Going back to Ib's point here, with the feminine society, we consider women over all men. So their emotions, the way they feel about it, like the word we're saying, it's a bit icky, but it's about, that's a
it's a bit icky, isn't it?
It's a feeling, it's not, you know, the tangibility in that, it doesn't translate. So we get nitpicky about how we feel about something, and everybody hears us. They hear us and we say, oh, we don't like, you know, guys doing this, and we don't like guys doing that.
Just
and then it strips back on the fact that you expect a man to be a provider. Then you expect him to be a man, but you're stripping back on his masculinity.
They only want a fucking man when they want it. They only want it when they want it. They don't want it whenever it's time at the home where they have to take care of the house or whatever, they have to follow direction, which is what an actual fucking stand-up man would give them. They'd give them direction and things of that nature, because it's like a general, like an army general. You're the soldier. You're a wonderful soldier, but you got to listen to the fucking general, okay? You got to listen to the general. But they want to be the generals, but they want the generals to take over when they don't feel like being the generals. You know what I'm saying? Like, they go fucking mouthing off to some fucking dude at the club or whatever, and then they expect the guy they're with to come and sort their shit out. But it's like, you can't be talking shit and not being able to back it up, you know? That's a good recipe to get fucked up real quick. And the only thing that lets delusional women, because obviously there's women that are they got a good fucking head on them and they know not to do type shit like that, but the only reason these delusional women go and do these things, like fucking start talking shit to some dude who very obviously is much stronger than them, is societal contract. There's a police force. Everyone, I'd say about 99% of people agree that it's like pretty much fucking fucked up to hit a woman in any circumstance with any amount of force, you know, unless it's like sexual or whatever. It's societal contract. And so if it was fucking caveman days and you start fucking mouthing off to the caveman that cut in line and took your food or whatever, or took your jaguar that you just killed or some shit, you would just walk away. 'Cause you're like, that motherfucker will eat me next. You know what I'm saying? Grab you by the fucking head, pop, pop, pop. 3 fucking hits, you're done. He's got like 60 pounds on you. Jesus Christ. It's the only thing that and people forget that. It's like the answers are in fucking nature. You know? You forget that dude you're talking shit to can quite literally kill you if he so desired.
I could also say, is it a duty for a man to provide for his family? Like, what if he's being a bum and just refusing? What if he?
Fuck him. Leave him behind. Fuck him. No business being in anyone's fucking life if he's a bum. I can't fucking stand fucking bums. Get up and fucking do something, bro. Do something, bro.
What if he? No, but
do something.
But I'm saying.
Fuck a bum.
I'm saying, but most people.
That's what feminization leads to, being a fucking bum. And this all ties in to each other, because you think of the wage gap, right? Women get 70 cents to the dollar, but it's like the wage gap is all women's jobs versus all men's jobs. It's not like, in this sector, right, these women are working the same hours as men at the same position and getting paid less. That's not what it is. It's all the jobs that women have versus all the jobs that men have. And just biologically, men are more competitive, right? So they want the best of the best. So they're going to compete as hard as they fucking can to get that promotion, to get that job, whatever. Women would rather not. They just want it, in terms of their work ethic, they just want it to be good enough. Good enough to pass the bar and keep going with life. Men will work fucking 70-hour fucking weeks every week for years and years and years and years with no fucking regrets, simply because they want the best. They want the best. It doesn't matter what cost. They blind themselves to everything outside of it. They will work tirelessly every fucking day, all fucking day, simply for the best. And you see this because women are more nurturing, right? So they go into these social programs or these social jobs, like government assistance, things like that, like as a psychiatrist or like to help like families and shit. Those jobs don't pay very well. They'll be teachers, you know. Those jobs don't pay very well. And I'm not discounting the work they do, you know, but like you have to take in. You're not a fucking corporate accountant looking at fucking spreadsheets for 8 hours a day, trying to find the right numbers to make shit make sense or whatever. The tax loopholes and whatever. Fucking reviewing tax code probably has to be the most boring thing on the fucking planet, but there are people making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year simply doing that and making the business they work in be able to make more money. Simply because they want to be the best. They want the status because that brings better women. Right? No one like she just said, no one wants a fucking bum. Bums suck. Drop the bums.
People wouldn't say that sounds icky.
Leave them behind.
Right?
No,
So
no,
if I said it's
right,
his duty
but-
to provide, get a job.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a
And if I
difference
say to a woman, hey, it's your duty to have sex, and like, to be honest, that's easier than getting it, like, than working.
Why, Aaron? Well, just
Very
days
true,
ago,
bitch,
his
very
old
true.
wheels gave out.
Shut the fuck up.
But he knew Carvana had his back.
Working 50 hours a week.
I mean, completely, but I mean, there's working in it and there's sex.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's not.
For men, sex is work. Sex is work. If you've actually like had fucking sex and you're not like, oh, I can't wait to have sex. If you actually have been experienced in that realm, it's just you know it's just work. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't even want to fucking have it 'cause you're like, fuck. Like, it feel good at the end, but like, I don't really, I gotta do this for fucking 20, 30 minutes. Yada, yada, yada. It's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do it. Whatever. You forced my hand. Women, they could lay there. They don't have to do it. They're under no obligation to perform. And not only that, if we say we bust quick, right? We're getting fucking clowned. Clowned, bro. Clowned. Some women like it because they think they take it as like a compliment that they're attractive, right? But that's some women. Most of them want to be pleasured to a high degree, right? And so you can't really do that in 30 seconds. And so if you fucking bust quick, you're done, bro. You're done. She ain't calling you back, none of that shit. And so, like, fuck. The expectations are too high. The expectations are too high, bro.
To say, like,
She just said, if you're not providing, you're not having sex, right?
Yeah,
So it's the same. So if you're not having sex, the man
No,
ain't
fair enough.
providing.
All the time.
Is that nice? Is that
For real, bro. No bitch wants to fuck a man she doesn't respect. A girl could not even like the man and still have sex with him. Simply because she respects him. This is what a lot of guys don't get. They think, oh, I hope she likes me. Maybe if I get her flowers and buy her the heart-shaped chocolate, maybe I can hit it one time. It's like, yeah, bro, but like, maybe you'll hit it one time, but it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be depraved. I mean, come on. Who are you really kidding here? Be someone that she fucking respects and discipline yourself to not have sex at every opportunity, because they're going to test your ass. They're going to test your ass all the fucking time to see what you're made of. All the time. It will never end. And you better fucking pass all of them with brutal vigor, might I say. Never fucking lose. Never give any fucking ground ever. Never, ever. Unless you are truly wrong and you truly had something incorrect. If you're just agreeing just to let the time, you know what I'm saying, for peace, which is bullshit. You're just delaying the problem until later, because eventually it's going to come up because it's a disagreement between two people, and if you're around someone long enough, you're going to go in the cycle, right? And so you're going to end up meeting it again, and it's going to be worse this time. So you give up zero fucking ground. Zero ground ever. And she's going to be like, wow, okay, this motherfucker is about what he talks about. Because if you say something and you go back on it simply for peace, she's going to take the peace and be happy for that moment. But then later on, she's going to look back. She's going to be like, okay, he's wishy-washy. He doesn't hold true.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Would you accept that?
This is my thing, yeah. There's two things I want to say. First of all, the whole feminism stuff that you were talking about, this is why feminists irritate me. Because you want to speak. I don't believe, it's going to sound a bit mad, I don't believe in equality, but I believe in equity.
Yeah.
Okay? I believe that if
Equal opportunity. We have equal opportunity. The opportunities are actually is skewed the other way. Women can post fucking feet pics and make fucking 6 figures a year. I can't fucking do that. I can't. That's not an opportunity I'm afforded as a man. Not in the slightest. No, there is exactly 0 people that would pay for that. But if you are a woman of decent attraction, let's say a 5.5 and up, you can quite literally sell pictures of your feet and make 6 figures a year. For me to make 6 figures, I have to make roughly, let's just say $8,000 a month, right? Because $10,000 maybe $120,000. I'm just thinking right now, but they can literally do it. The opportunities are not the same. They're not the same opportunities. A woman can walk into a place, and because she looks good, she can get a job. Because people want to be where the attractive people are. That's just a fact of life. That's where the good shit is where all the fucking people that look good are. And so you want someone that looks good in order to be in what you're selling. Whether it be a store, whether it be a restaurant. You want attractive people. You don't want to walk in and a bunch of motherfuckers looking like fucking the Hunchback of Notre Dame walking around. You're going to be freaked the fuck out. Like, let me get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody spending money in this place. And so you have a benefit being attractive innately. You have innate value simply for that reason. I'm just going to say I'm decently attractive, right? I have some innate value. However, that is only because I have youth as well. The older I get, right? The older I get, the more that means nothing. And it's a lot faster than if I were a woman. Because that's the same thing is true for beautiful women as well, right? The older they get, the less desirable they become to the men that they desire. So, but it's a longer period. I guess they could fuck it up quickly if they get addicted to drugs or whatever. But for me, by the time I reach 25, 26, I need to have some fucking money. Yada, yada. If you're a beautiful woman and you're 26-year-old and you still live with your parents, there is still a high fucking chance you can get scooped up by someone and get married and all that shit. But if I'm 26, living in my fucking dad's house, my mom's house, and I'm trying to hit on the most attractive girl at the club or the bar or just out in fucking public at the restaurant, and I'm like, okay, let's go back to my place, and it's my fucking parents' house, I'm getting clowned. She's like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I might get some because she's already there, right? So she's like, oh, whatever, why not? Might as well. But I'm not getting the redo. You know what I'm saying? If I so desire. It's not happening. So the innate value that men and women have, women go down like this, right? They go down like that. Men, if you have no money, it's like this. It's much fucking. It's a fucking plateau.
Mm-hmm. You're earning £5 a day and someone's earning £50 a day and they're giving you a £5 and you're thinking that's going to suffice. That's not how that works. That's not, like, it doesn't make sense because everybody's life is very subjective and very different. So equity is one thing.
What does that mean though? Everyone makes the same amount of money or what?
I'm out here screaming equality, 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 and
women don't want equality. They want privilege. They want superiority.
And then things happen and they're going into courts now, coming from a very emotional standpoint, which is closer to, say, their nature, and that is now their argument. How is that in quotations? That's true. Against everything women are just protested against, right? And what women are more fucking about. I just had a point.
There's literally a week out of the month
where you basically said
where you know that you're going to be crazy. You know this. You say it. Oh, it's my period. I'm crazy. That is literally all the evidence you need. There is 0 weeks out of the year that by no choice of my own, I will become more emotional and make rash decisions based on that emotion. There is 0 weeks, 0 days, 0 months, nothing. You have 12 weeks a year, which is about 3 months. So you have a whole quarter where you're fucking crazy. And granted, the exception doesn't prove the rule. Obviously, there's some women that aren't. But that's fucking small. That's fucking small. For the most part, it is making you more rash. Your system is one circle. It's your brain. Your brain connects to your spirit, to your vagina, and back. It's a cycle. Men were compartmentalized. We have our brain, we have our heart, we have our dick. Right? And so you can know it's not a good idea, but still fuck that bitch, right? But women, because they want to have sex, they think it's a good idea. Does that make sense? And that's why they end up cheating or whatever. But truly, if you want to know my perspective, a woman only cheats when she's done with the man she's already with. She's lost respect for him. She's not attracted to him. He's given up. She's given up on him. And then she's done. She leaves. Gone. She goes and finds someone else, but she can't. I feel like typically they can't confront the situation and say like, okay, I've lost respect for you, we're done, and then go find some other dick. You know, they're just gonna self-sabotage it, as it were, which is ultimately the man's fault, might I add, because he should be earning her respect every fucking day of his life.
Getting no sex.
Yes.
And then I said, what if you spin it the other way around?
100%.
If there's no sex and he's not providing, what do you think about that?
Let me tell you something, yeah.
You're just friends. You're fucking roommates.
Most women know what a man is and know how a man should act. But me, like, for example, I'm going to use me, forget everybody else. I know what a man is. But I will never go and step to a man and tell a man how to be.
Why? Why not? Maybe he'll fucking do it.
Understand? I
Respect
know
that.
how a man is. I know how certain things need to be within a man. But I can never come and tell you you're not a man, or like this is what requires you
Be
to
a
be
real
a man.
man.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because I just feel like there's a certain essence that needs to be separated. And
Can I say something about the difference? There's equal weight. Like you got an equal weight of 10,000 kgs of rocks and 10,000 kgs of feathers. They're equal weight, but they have different qualities. That feathers can be blown away in the wind, but the rocks is still the same weight, but it stands firm. That's the difference between the masculinity and femininity.
Yeah.
They got different attributes, and they're meant to be synergistic and work together.
So, question: what do you mean by equity?
So I believe that
What, everyone should get paid the fucking same? No way, bro, no way. It's happened so many fucking times throughout history, it does not fucking work. It does not work. Because people don't want to fucking work. If you're the garbage man and you're making the same as the fucking doctor, no one would be a fucking doctor unless they literally just want to help people save lives, which is about 3 of them. You want the fucking bag. You want the status of being a doctor because it makes more money, right? You're an esteemed member of society because you're in the top 1% of earners, typically, if you're a good doctor. You want the esteem, you want the car, you want the fucking house, you want all that shit. That's why people want to be doctors. And it's a straight shot. You do the fucking medical school, you put your time in the medical school, you get out, you're a doctor. If you're a fucking garbage man and you didn't have to work a single day in your life outside of the actual job in order to do it, and you're making the same amount of money, no one would be a fucking doctor. No one, absolutely 0 people. And the fucking society would crash, and then you're going to have to rebuild it from the fucking ground up.
if you see, like, for example, say there's a fence, yeah?
Yeah.
And
Say there's a fence, yeah, and you got to hop over it with your little bunny feet in it, and you got to go to the Queen and say, "Oi, Queen, thank you for the tea. I do appreciate it, but frankly, I got to catch me double-decker bus down to Luton, yeah." Shut
one
the fuck
person's
up.
6'2" and one person's 5 foot.
Uh-huh.
And equality would be you get a box each and that would be it. And whoever, if you get to see, you get to see, and if you don't get to see, you don't get to see, but you're equal. I believe in equity, where if the 6'2" person needs 1 box and the 5' person needs 3 boxes.
That's how you discourage ambition. That is literally how you discourage ambition. Everyone has the same opportunity in this country because everyone's able to go to college, right? Everyone's able to go to college to some degree, whether you take on student loans or not, due to your financial situation of your parents and how you're brought up and your ethnicity and all that kind of shit. But ultimately, you have the same opportunity. Everyone goes through the school system. You can perform well there and get scholarship. If you don't perform well there, you can get a student loan giving you that access, right, to get a job. It's equality, but equity would mean no matter how bad you did in school, no matter how bad or good you get in school, everyone gets a scholarship. So what's the fucking point of doing well? The only reason you would is to say I'm the best. There'd be no other advantage. Literally nothing else would come of it. Oh, I did better than you. Okay, but we're getting the same degree. We're going to have the same job. We're going to get paid the same money. So, who's really the fool? You know, you put in all this extra effort for what? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
For them to both see, that's equity for me.
So,
that's bullshit. That's a fucking female argument. No man worth his salt would say, yeah, I want to have the same outcome for doing less work or less hard work. I want the same that he has now. Only fucking feminized men want that, which is what he's saying the problem is.
Based on equity, would you say that women should be sleeping with more men?
No,
let's sleep with the short kings.
I think
equity.
The short kings, right? Give them some puss, bro. Give them some action. Because you ain't all about that equity when it comes to them, right? Oh, they're all the same. We should give them the same. They should afford them the same opportunities as the tall, rich, handsome guy, right? Who's earned every fucking penny he has. No, but in an effort to be equal, to have equity, right? Equity, which is equality of outcome, disregarding the effort given beforehand. Given that logic, you should be sleeping with the fucking bums that work at the gas station for 30 years. Who never do anything with their life. Who sit around and play video games all day. Given your logic, that should be your you should have no scale for who you date, right?
Equity.
When it comes to sex, I think each to their own.
Equity. Come on.
Listen, let me tell you something, okay?
Pearl's a G.
Do what you want to do what you want to do.
5 foot and broke.
And I'm going to tell you...
Equity.
The reality.
But look,
equity.
I know
She doesn't even know what she's fucking saying. She doesn't even know the concepts that she's giving out into the world. She just wants it, like I said, they want the man whenever it benefits them, not all the time. Not all the fucking time. She wants equity when it benefits them, not when they actually, it's not across the whole plane. It's like they want it here and here and here. Not in this area though. Oh no, that's different. That's different for some reason. Let's keep that over here.
a lot
fucking
of... I'm not gonna say it like that. But I have...
Hi, we're
half a brain.
OfferPad.
You have
We wanna
half a
buy your
brain. That's
home.
what you
Just
have.
go to OfferPad.
Shut the fuck up. These fucking ads. I swear to God.
I've interacted with a lot of women that will have sexual relationships with a bum.
Yeah, but he's hot.
Because they think they can fix them. They think they have a magic pussy. That because they fuck them, oh, now he's gonna wake up and make all this money and take care of me and start a family and blah blah. No, they're bums. Once a bum, always a fucking bum. That's the law. There's like maybe 6 or 7 guys that'll flip it around, but if it's not in their genealogy anywhere, granted there are some men that were bums, who by nature are not, but they got sucked into it, right? That happens. But There's no way, if you're born a bum and you have no fucking fire inside you and you're just a fucking pussy man, that you're going to flip that around. They might be attractive looking, like as Miss Pearl just said, but you're not going to make them not a bum. It's just not going to fucking happen. So give up on that fucking dream that you're going to fix this fucking man and he's going to be the perfect man for you all of a sudden. And, oh, it was by the grace of your vagina.
He's hot or he's got
Or
game.
his game is amazing, and they will stick around, and they will be on his air mattress doing it all for 2-3 years and keep it moving.
Like I said, it's a system. We can compartmentalize. Okay, if women thought like men, that wouldn't fucking happen. But they're one system. Because they feel like it's a good idea. That means rationally it is a good idea. Right. We can know it's a bad idea and still do it. But we're like, that was a bad idea. You know? So like, fuck it. Let's see what happens. We're bigger risk takers. But to her, that's zero risk because it's a brilliant fucking idea. He charmed me. And then they deflect all responsibility. They're saying, oh, he charmed me. He has all the game in the world, like C just said. But like, truly, unless you're a dumb bitch, like, you can see through the game. You can only have so much game before it's like, alright, this motherfucker, all he does is go out to the club and fuck pussy. You know? Eventually you have to see through it, unless you're just absolutely fucking brain dead.
Because they enjoy what they're getting out of it.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple stats that might sway your view on this. So
Sure.
if you ask
Hit us, Pearl.
if you ask 100% of women what they want in a guy, they list 20% of men. Women only swipe on between 5 to 15-ish% of men on dating apps.
Bro, for real. I had an argument with a lady not too long ago about this, and she just wouldn't fucking grasp the concept. I was like, bitch. Women are more selective. They have to choose the best to carry on the race. They can't be fucking the ones with no limbs. You know what I'm saying? Because then they have a chance of their kid having no limbs, and then they have to take care of it more, and it has less of a chance of surviving naturally in nature with no society around, right? They're in their little fucking village. That's it. The rest is all wilderness around them, and there's other tribes coming to kill you. Whatever. I'm thinking historically here. And so women are naturally more selective. That's why Mother Nature, natural selection. Right. The feminine is that which selects. The man is that which is to be selected. And so therefore we must make ourselves better than any other option you might have. Or at least make you perceive that we're better than any other. Like the dumb bitch said. Oh, he had so much game. He made you believe that he was the best man out of all the options that were around him. And you selected him. But you didn't see through the bullshit. I'll let Pearl keep talking.
1 out of 3 men under 30 are virgins or haven't had sex in the past year.
Yes.
What the fuck? 1 in 3? Bro, this really goes to show how fucking sad men are, bro. Boys are down bad right now. The boys are down bad right now. God damn. Give them some fucking equity and go fuck them. Go fuck the 1/3 of men that haven't had sex in the last year and are virgins. Go fuck them. Huh? Equity, right? Oh, but it doesn't apply there. That's different for some reason.
Women are incredibly picky.
Yes, we
So-
are.
but
They have to be.
You
There's
should
a
be.
statistic that says there's certain qualities in a man. This is me very loosely.
Quality is
reiterating
very
it. There's qualities within a man
quality.
that only 40% of men actually possess, but 80% of women desire.
Mhm.
So there's a small bubble of men.
You want these men, but you don't deserve them. You want these men in this group here. The tiny fucking minority. But what do you do in order to deserve them? Nothing. Most women do nothing they just believe they've earned it by existing. It's their birthright. To get whatever man they desire in any class. It's delusion. It's fucking delusion.
men that all these women are throwing themselves at because they have all these qualities and the rest are just left.
But what you said, based on equity, we should be more inclusive to make it even.
I was referring to in terms of the legality of things.
In terms of the legality.
How women have more fucking legal rights than men. No? Look at the fucking prison system, right? Granted, men are more likely to commit violent crime, but because of that fact, women are given an easier sentence typically. Same crime, less sentencing. Because they're not supposed to be violent by nature. They don't have testosterone. It makes them fucking... They have emotion, yeah. But they don't have the physical raw strength and the means to cause serious fucking damage with that emotion. Typically.
And stuff like that, I don't believe that, like, because we were speaking about the feminism and bringing that into court. I don't believe that should be.
Can I have an example of a law specifically that would benefit, like, that supports what you were talking about, equity?
I don't think there really is one at the moment.
Oh, that you would advocate for?
Ooh.
She's got nothing.
I understand what you're.
She's got fucking nothing. She just throws it out. She doesn't know what she's fucking talking about. She just throws it out into the fucking air and hopes people just accept it and they don't question it. Yada yada yada. Just throws it into the fucking ether and just, oh, this is fact. Take my word for it. Oh, can you give an example? No, actually I can't. I actually have no idea what I'm talking about. Sorry. I actually have no fucking clue. Dumb.
You're talking about when
low
you say
IQ.
that,
Low
there's
IQ.
no real life situation where we're on boxes with a
Yeah,
fence.
no.
You have an example. Child support.
Child support, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you do
The irony. The man has to give her the talking point, right?
I need to think about this because I don't want to.
Yeah,
For starters, we're not going to take the dad for a ride.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And let's say the mother might have a bit to
The
contribute
mother. Bro, if I was British, I think I'd kill myself.
herself. They're gonna balance it to the point where it makes sense for both parties.
100%.
So in the name
balance
of
it in terms of maybe income, because a lot of I think a man should be or whoever messed up should be accountable, and that will be the cat.
But that's subjective. Both people are going to say the other person messed up. It's not like, oh, you fucked up. And it's not even, half the time, it's not even them fucking up. They might just be, like she said, a bum. That isn't necessarily fucking up. The woman just doesn't respect him anymore. He didn't actually do anything wrong by law. He did not cheat on her. Nothing, but she divorced him, right? Takes the fucking kids. Doesn't respect him. Doesn't let him see him. Takes his money that he has almost none of. I'm confused, bro. Does this bitch really think that, like, women are at a deficit in terms of, like, child court and things like that? There's no chance. There's absolutely zero chance that she can truly believe that.
At least the child support.
Exactly, and the whole.
In California, if you raise a child past the age of 3 years old, and then you find out it's not your kid, you're liable for that fucking kid until the age of 18. 100% liable. It's not even your fucking kid. What the fuck? No chance, bro. No chance. I'm dipping out the country for real. I'm dipping out the paternity test on site, bro. I ain't taking no fucking chances.
More than the man.
Not one.
Also, it wouldn't default women as a custodial parent. It would observe the full situation and maybe
custody.
And it can reduce.
If you have the option to delete the fucking kid, I have the option whether or not to pay for it. That should be the fucking law. Through and through. It's fair, right? It's fair. Because I can't have a say on your body, right? Even though it's a baby's body, right? At what point does it not be? Anyways, that's a whole nother discussion. But it's your body, right? So by that logic, it's my money. I earned it with my body. And so effectively, it's my body, my choice as well. And so if you have the chance to have if you have the power whether or not to get rid of it, if I want to get rid of it and you don't, ultimately it's not getting rid of, right? unless there's some fucked up situation that happens, or like a miscarriage or whatever. But typically, you're going to keep the kid if you want to keep the kid. I have effectively no power in deciding that action. So therefore, if you have the ability of option, I should as well, no? I should as well. It's only fair. It's only equitable.
Paying or whatever it may be.
So,
or it could just completely avoid the woman. and
Low
go
IQ.
straight to
So
the
if
child.
there's a huge income disparity, would you still advocate in the name of equity that the other parent gets it?
No, that's
No,
Marxism.
because what do you mean?
Because again, like I'm just thinking of the
Thank you, sir.
boxes example.
Yeah.
And
It is fucking
in
Marxism.
that case, the guy that was super short versus the guy that was really tall, one got 1 box, the other got 3. So when I'm thinking in the court system, if someone makes 3 times the amount of money as the other, would you then take from one to give to the other, and then like in the name of equity?
And within the relationship.
No, I mean the relation.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers like Amazon and Target. You can drop prices automatically.
The relationship's done.
Uh-oh.
So
Yeah.
so
Sorry, explain it to me.
So
Yeah.
in the box situation that you
Yeah.
gave me, right?
Mhm.
The short guy got more boxes in the name of equity.
Right. Yeah.
And so in this case, one person makes 3 times the amount the other person.
Yes.
Do you take money from the person that makes 3 times the amount and give it to the other in the name of equity?
Yes.
I would say if the man cheated, and they divorced, and that was their reason, and now he has to pay child support. If the woman earns,
But if the woman cheats and she makes less money, then effectively the woman's wrong and the man gets to keep the kid. But that's not the way it works, right? Under her logic, that's the way it would work. If the man made more money if the man made the money for the family, and the woman fucked it up, then he should keep the kids and his money. No alimony, none of that shit, right? Let's see.
3 times the amount, I would rebuke the child support.
So if the man cheats, would you mean rebuke? Then she doesn't have to pay child support
No,
because
he wouldn't
cheated.
have to pay.
He wouldn't have
Yeah,
to.
because she earns 3 times the amount. I think it would.
Would
just
she have
end
to pay
in
him?
Divorces.
Would she have to pay him?
No.
Plus, men and women cheating are different fucking things. It's entirely fucking different. Like I said, women cheat because they're done with the fucking man. They don't want to deal with him. They're tired of waiting around. They don't respect him. Whatever. Maybe he's a hothead. Maybe he loses temper. And she can't take it and she wants some nice cuddly fucking whatever. Or he's too far the other side, where he's too much of a fucking little bitch to stand up for himself or to have any sort of fucking passion or testosterone running through his fucking veins, and she goes and finds some other dick. Men cheat because we want the fuck. That's it. That's fucking it. That's the only reason. That's literally the only... We just want to fuck. We'll come back home. We're not going to start another family. Unless you're a psychopath. Just want to fuck the bitch. That's all. That's fucking all. Just want to fuck the bitch. That's it. Just one time. I'm still gonna buy you a birthday present. Still gonna have a family. But I'm gonna go fuck that bitch over there. Just one time. It's the way it is. It's essentially masturbating with another person. Using another person. In essence. For us, at least. For women, that's a whole nother attachment. Because they have to grant the access. They have to grant the access to the sex. And so, it's more of a commitment. Like, women are more picky, right? And so they have to choose fucking wisely. Or else they're getting a bum-ass kid. And their generation is going to be fucking lame. Fucking. 'Cause, 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 'c No woman wants some pussy ass kid running around. And so they have to choose wisely. And so therefore sex, it has more innate value to a woman than it does to a man. Continue.
Because she's not the reason for their divorce.
So, but what about if they just divorce for no reason?
Then you split everything 50-50.
But I'm saying you can't split everything 50-50 because they make 3 times the amount as the other.
But I think that the reason why I'm going to say that change.
Her logic is just fucking going around in her fucking
within
head.
a marriage is because when you come together,
Mhm.
you're unionized. You're two individuals that come together. So you know before you.
But that doesn't mean you just get all my shit. We've unionized, but like, say when a company liquidizes, right? Like they're going out of business, they're liquidizing their whole company. The employees don't get half of the shit they're selling, right? They get their last paycheck and they go on. Severance package. They're not like, oh, okay, I'm getting 50% of the copiers, 50% of the computer sales, all that shit. No, the CEO and them get that. Because they're the ones in charge of the fucking company. That's their shit. They simply use it. They're simply using it. But they get paid. They get paid and they go on their way. And that's the way it should be. Not half my fucking shit. No chance. So this is why I'm no way in hell I'm getting married. It's just not fucking happening. I'll give you a severance package, bitch. But you ain't taking half my shit.
Like when you're married to this person, this is
My
their
shit.
income, X, Y, and Z.
Right.
If there's no real cause or it just comes to a thing where you fizzle out within your marriage and X, Y, and Z, I think agree upon assets.
If you fizzle out, it's the man's fault.
Agree upon what she wants, what he wants. Make it out to it for it to be even, and go your separate ways. And that should be a personal thing. I don't think that should be something that is.
So okay, so you would say
capped at a percentage.
you would say that there shouldn't be child support then.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that it's very circumstantial. If your ex-partner's on 25k a year and you're on 100k a year,
right?
And
why would you fuck them in the first place?
Somebody else. I've now divorced him as the wife.
As you should.
But you don't
shouldn't
know
have
why
even
he
gone
slept
with
someone
it.
else. Like you could have not
No, I
been
get
giving
it,
him
but that's
sex.
all personal matters. That's between you and your partner.
Right. So then, shouldn't it not matter in the divorce proceeding?
What?
Shouldn't it not matter in the divorce proceeding why you guys divorced?
Yeah, it would, but it wouldn't though. It would just be unless it's something that is.
But you're saying
tied.
you're saying it does matter.
Her
because
logic
you're
is
saying
unfucking
if
bearable.
With someone else, then there's no child support, even if the girl makes more.
Let me clear it up.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Honey's giving away $10,000 that you could use on Emma's Ultimate NYC giveaway. If I had...
because y'all.
Let's get into this, right?
No, I'm
What
just
I'm
trying to
saying
understand what
is-
you're saying.
No, I
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you. What I'm saying is, if my partner has now cheated on me, and I have now filed for divorce, knowing that he earns 25k a year and I'm on 100k a year. First of all, me as a woman, I wouldn't even want your money. But I just believe
You shouldn't even be dating him and fucking him in the first
place.
place.
Make the man pay 18%, 25%, whatever it may be, child support when he was basically on minimum wage.
So what's the
And
relevance of the cheating then? Was he they left for
the
any
cheating
reason?
is a
Why is it cheating that he used it? He could have said she don't want to be with him no more.
100%, but then just divorce.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Just
saying. So the
separate
cheating's
from
not really relevant.
So he gets
if
half
the
your shit
cheating's
then?
not relevant. Nothing should be. That side of things shouldn't be relevant.
Cheating's not relevant financially. Don't forget, you're a person of emotions. Your partner is a person of emotions.
No,
I'm not-
you're a person of emotions. We have emotions, but we think without them, unless you're weak. We might let them influence one way or another, but at the end of the day, we know that, okay, this is an emotion I'm feeling. However, the best option is XYZ.
Saying you can't get divorced, but I'm saying in court.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think in court, when we're talking about money, what happened in the bedroom should like stay out of court?
Yeah.
Why is that? Right? Why does the judge need to know this?
Yeah.
I think.
So I'm saying, but like you were talking about equity. So let's say the man makes 3 times what the woman makes. Does he owe her any money after like the divorce? That's what I'm asking.
I would say
For
if they have kids, yeah.
I would say
why?
Because it's not just this woman that you like you are now, if this woman, say she has sole custody or majority custody of the child, for example, you provide for your kids, that's 50% of you. Do you know what I mean? It's not like this woman who, you know, is not in any way, shape or form genetically related to you.
Right, but it makes sense. It just I don't agree because why is she entitled to his money? Go get a job.
That's
women leave
Get a job, bitch.
women leave 70 to 80% of the time.
They do because they fucking don't care. They do it on a whim, bro. They destroy their whole fucking family on a whim. Nah, that's not true. Women be thinking about that shit for a while, but they don't say anything. Perhaps if you said something, or they picked a bum-ass dude that they thought they could fix, and then he ends up marrying her, and she's like, oh, maybe next year he'll become rich. Oh, I hope so. We can go to the Poconos for a week. Oh. But it doesn't fucking happen because you chose a fucking bum. You chose a fucking bum.
90%. So why are we incentivizing women to leave? We're giving you a reward. Yeah. So you leave and you get a check.
Split the custody.
I was literally saying.
So I'm saying as I work, right, and I work really hard at what I do.
Good job, Pearl. Big ups to Pearl.
Times what I make, like I don't think even if I have kids by him that I'm entitled to his money.
No.
Just not, but your kids are.
Yeah,
that's what.
Right, but so shouldn't he?
So get a fucking job, make more money. What the fuck?
To spend like the money on the kids. Most guys want. So, but why does so? But in the way that you're talking about it now, like you're saying that she's entitled to his money.
No, I said your kids are, because your kids are literally 50%.
Right,
but they don't fucking spend the money on the kids. The kid's life stays the same as if the money didn't exist. Her life over here, she does more shit over here. She might maybe get the kids like an extra toy or whatever, but all that money is not going to the fucking kids. I'll tell you that right now.
Support she gets. So that's what I'm saying. Like, shouldn't he be able to spend the money?
She shouldn't get it because that doesn't make sense.
I think the only way that this can actually make sense is if the court actually has an impartial view when it comes to deciding who takes custody of the children.
That'll never happen. Justice system's corrupt.
Most of the time, as we've said before, when a divorce happens, they just give the children to the mom. They have to actually investigate who's competent, and then the competent person gets to have the children. Then they can decide based on what a person, let's say, the money that they make, what kind of contribution would be sensible to be put towards the care of the kids.
I mean, I think it should automatically be 50-50. I don't think there should be an investigation.
Automatically. But like if one of them is like literally stupid, then they can't have the fucking kid. You kidding me? If they're literally like incompetent person, there's no way it's gonna be 50-50. No way. That's dumb.
Unless
but maybe default.
Abuse.
No, but I feel like
maybe by default.
Or like
50-50.
I feel like there's many reasons why people can divorce, but I think, as you said, there are circumstances where I would say it does call an investigation. Like, let's say, for example, you said abuse.
Would you agree that that's the exception rather than the rule?
Obviously.
How do you mean?
Would you agree that in most cases people aren't abusive?
Oh, absolutely. So in most cases they aren't abusive.
So
most people are just fucking regular people, bro. It's like with the abortion thing. Oh, abortion should be illegal. Why? Oh, because if a woman gets raped, then she can't, like, she has to have the kid, right? If abortions are illegal. But like there's like fucking, that's like 1%. Maybe. That's like maybe 1% of abortions. It's not the same thing. You can't use that to make a fucking law. You can't use that to be your argument. It's too fragile. There's not enough in it.
Most cases it should just be 50-50.
Yeah, but I would say
women get more out of divorces. Oh, because men abuse. It's like, yeah, but like, sure, the ones that were abused were women, but like, it's not all the women getting abused, especially with that word being thrown around as it is in this day and age. There's verbal abuse, there's emotional abuse. If you're not getting actually slapped up on the fucking head, I highly doubt, or like, the threat of violence, that's the only verbal abuse that can exist. the threat of physical fucking violence or death.
And I just say, wait. The reason it's not 50-50 is because money cannot be made. If it's 50-50, then the woman doesn't get any money because it's 50-50. So there's no money to take from that, because the court will say, boom, the dad has the child 50-50, you have the child 50-50. So then you can't demand money because you both equally have the children.
Absolutely.
Do you understand? It's a business transaction.
But that's what I mean when I say they should establish sort of like competency. If both parents are deemed fine, then of course, I mean, what would be the reason for child support?
Alright, I'm done watching this. Y'all have a lovely day. Like and subscribe, all that cool shit. See you later.